Hello lovelies, today we have a very quick mixed media layout with lots of white space using the Scrapbook Fantasies Boho Beauty collection. I love this collection. There's lots of florals and gorgeous leaves and watercolor elements. It's just a beautiful, very beautiful collection, and it just works really well for these pictures of the little lovey that I get all the time. So this one was actually taken only last week, I think it was, maybe a week before. And it's summer here and it's very hot, so when she gets home from school, she got a new sprinkler to play with, so she stripped off naked and ran up and down the driveway. So that little love heart on my photo is covering up her little tushy. I was thinking of leaving it on there and using a coloured heart that matches, but then I thought, yeah, Ruby's bum's all through my layout, my album, so why not leave the photo as it is, because I really do love that little element of the photo. But of course, because we're on the internet, I have covered it up, so yeah. I have started with some watercolor paint, and I'm just using a watercolor brush. I've spritzed my background, so I've got some water on there. When using watercolors, wet on wet is always best if you want that flowy movement, which I did. The reason you can see me drying it off is because I wanted to go in and add some more pigment in some areas. Now with watercolors, water is your white. It is what lightens your watercolor. So when I put it on very puddly, very watery, it gave me a lighter tone, and then I wanted to go in some areas and add some more pigment. So I added less water with my brush and put it straight into those wet puddly areas, and you can see it just moving around, and then I hit it with my heat gun. A little trick I learned is if you have some watercolor, if you've done some mixed media and your cardstock's a little warped, throw it in your Mink or throw it in a laminator if it's going to fit. I have a Mink machine, so I run it through my Mink and it just straightens out your layout, makes it so much easier to work with. And then I added some splatters in the same purple and then also in a nice little greeny color, because I wanted to go with the purple is my contrasting colour to those greens in my photo, and I knew I was going to use some of those purple leaves that are on the papers to cut apart, but I also knew that there's a lot of green in this photo, so having some green splatters definitely helped draw in the greens from the photo. Now I've added some, just a little scrap of background paper just to give it some interest behind my photo. I was actually going to go with that blue side, but when I did it, I liked the look of the feathery side even more. Sorry for the birds, it's just a very loud spot here in my house. So these are those fabulous little leaves I'm talking about. I love these. They're some of my favorite. I'm glad that I've got a couple of bits to fussy cut. And again, jumping on that purple, because I just love purple. It's just a nice color, but it's a really good contrast with the green. If you're talking color theory, it's on the opposite side to green on the color wheel, so that's how you know that they're gonna contrast beautifully. I recently got some chiffon in an order I did from Temu, just, you know, to give it a try, and I thought I'd add that as a little grounding bit in my cluster. I tried to tie a knot, didn't like it. Then I tied a loose little circle, which worked much better, and then used my long reach stapler, best thing I ever bought, and stapled that down. And then I've just used one of those word bits from the packet of floral clusters that we got. I love these little words, they're just wonderful for little clusters. And then I'm just building on this cluster with some more of these little leaves that I fussy cut. And then because I couldn't help myself, I saw those little green single petal leaves, and I thought that would work really nicely as to bring in some more green to this layout. So that's what I've done. Of course, going with the rule of 3 and those even odd numbers, I've just scattered 3 around, and then because it's not a layout of mine, if I don't add some bit of bling, I go and get some of my clear rhinestones and add it to a few little areas. I just love adding bling. I add it to every layout, every project life, everything I do, really. But yeah, like I said, this is a really quick layout, lots of white space, but I just love how that photo just jumps right off that page and is just the whole center of this layout. So I really do love sometimes just really using, highlighting that white space is what I'm looking for. But yeah, that's it from me. I hope you've enjoyed the video. Like I said, really quick, but I really do love it. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.